Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football, and I guess better late than never, right? But we were with our Gridiron Football Player of the Week, Week 1. So our first, well, this is our third year going to our Player of the Week show, and we've had a lot of votes for over the years. And we start off. We usually have a lot of offensive guys that win this award, but not Week 1 in 2024. We're going to go to a defensive guy, and it's Brian Broussard, St. Thomas More, defensive back, class of 2025. And I even voted for you, Brian, because I mean that was a performance you can't even like ignore, right? Week 1 against Karen Crow. I don't know if you had some kind of like ball magnet on your hands or something like that. I don't know what it was, but they decided to throw it your way. I don't know why. And the results were clear. 4 interceptions, 5 tackles, and you had the game sealing with PBU on the two
Yes, sir.
point attempt at the end against Karen Crow to preserve a 21-20 win. I know this is week 2. You know, I'll just finish week 2, going to week 3, but still great to catch up with Brian. And Brian, let's reflect on that week 1 game, right? A lot of people thought it was going to be because it was St. Thomas More, Karen Crow, that was going to be high scoring. And it turned out it wasn't. It was a defensive game, and you were the difference there with those 4 interceptions. Just you ever thought that you'd have a game like that going in, 4 interceptions, knowing that you are playing some pretty good passers, and I know Carson Gursey and Chance Babineau.
Going into the game, we knew that we were gonna get tested defensively. Um, all throughout like the week and like the off season, we've been working like as a defense, and we have 8 seniors starting on our out of 11 on defense this year, and we were just ready to play. And I just think that that was a really big test for us, I'd say. And I'd say like we passed the test, especially like the reason I was able to get this fixed is because the defensive lineman like pushed him out or made him throw the football, and the other people were in their spots to where they threw the ball to my side. And I just feel like it was like a team. It was a team defense. That's what I see in plays defense, team defense. There's no me. Like you very rarely see man because we trust each other so much in zone that if we play zone the way we communicate how we do, it's hard to score on us, as you can see. And I just think that all the work that we put in the offseason really showed in the first week of the season, especially like the secondary and the line, like just all around, like pushing the quarterback and then making plays on the ball, just ball skills, footwork, all of that just played a part in the first game of the season.
And there was a lot of questions going into the season, but you know these are going to be figured out. I mean, St. Thomas More, you know they're going to score points, throw the football, they'll run the football too. Like they're going to score points, but I know there's a lot of question marks because Sam Altman, you know, well, he was a great quarterback for y'all, and you know, out of all the great quarterbacks St. Thomas Moore's had, Sam's actually the first quarterback to win 2 state championships at St. Thomas More. So I know that was going to be a big loss. I know the offense was going to be young and replace a lot of guys. I know there were some expectations for y'all on defense. So was it more going to the season for this defense to really kind of carry the torch while the offense was some talented guys, but some inexperience outside of the football for the defense to kind of carry the torch, or at least for the beginning part of the season?
Um, we're really big on like we're a system, and if
Mhm.
one side of the ball doesn't produce what they're supposed to, the other one picks them up. And it's not really offense versus defense. It's just STM versus whoever we're playing.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think we don't really get on the off like, but we don't get on offense for not producing on the field because we know that if we just get on them, then how does that make us a better team? So we just know that we have to do what we're gonna do, and we're gonna trust that they're gonna do what they need to do. And I just feel like we're getting better each week. And even though we had a loss to Catholic, I feel so much better about our team this week than I did after Carencro. And I just feel like we're definitely taking stepping stones up. And after these next 2 games, it's definitely gonna be a test, and we're gonna see how we're gonna produce.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about week 1 against Karen Crow, but I mean, y'all played Catholic High, and you know Catholic High is a defending state champion. We know St. Thomas More Catholic High. That's such a great game between 2 of the best programs in the state. So we knew that was a big game. But you know, Catholics coming off confidence, they defeated That's Your Hand the previous week, and they snapped their long winning streak. And I know they did the same to y'all on Friday night. Y'all had a 25 game winning streak as well. So, yeah, even though it came in a loss, still some positives. I think you had another interception, right, in the
Yes,
game.
sir.
That makes it 5 interceptions in just 2 games. So that's like a
Yes, sir.
season's worth. So do you have any goals for? I mean, you've already had 5 in 2 games. So do you have like a goal of like maybe send some history this year? On at this pace,
Uh,
it seems like a big year for you.
yeah. So I broke the single game interception record against Karen Crow. It was set in 1999, and I just said my goals this year is like moreover as a team, like win state. That's the biggest goal.
Mhm.
But like for myself individually, I'd say I want to break the school record for interceptions because not a lot of people get a chance to do that. But I've been like since sophomore year, I've maybe been able to make my mark. So I need 4 more to break the school record for all time, and I need 3 more to break the school record for a single year.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Well, he just didn't have another 4 interception game, and that'll that'll do it. So easier
Yes,
said
sir.
than done. But what was it about that game for you? Was it like, do you think it was just film study and kind of knowing some of the tendencies that Karen Crow was doing, or what made you just so successful? I know they made a mistake throwing it your way, but what made you so successful in having those opportunities? So not only you had 4 interceptions, but you had like 5 PBUs as well. So what was it about, I guess, your preparation for that game that allowed you to have that success on Friday night?
Film is a huge part of like studying before a game. Like, I probably average like 6 to 8 hours of film a week before we play. And against Karen Crow, a team that passes, but moreover takes on our offense. We knew that they were going to come out in similar stuff like spread. And um, the way we play defense is really like, I love it to where it's like a man, it's like a cover three match man. So you really are able to see and read both the quarterback and the receiver. And I just feel like breaking on the ball was really like watching film and knowing what they're running before was very it helped a lot. And when the ball's in the air, there's no film that you need to watch. You just need to get the ball. Like it just turned into an athlete stance. And film can help you a lot, but if you're not able to make the play, film won't help you at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like whoever's the most prepared and going to a game, and especially when you got a really tough schedule. I mean, that's just sometimes that's what it comes down to: turnovers, making big plays, and that's what it came down to at Karen Crow. Now, I know it was a tough loss for y'all last week against Catholic, but hey, I mean, Karen Crow was a tough team. Y'all were able to get the win there, and you feel probably you said you're probably better about your team knowing that y'all lost to Catholic and really had a chance to win that game 18-14. But when you play for a legend in Coach Hightower, one of the biggest football legends out there in Louisiana, on that Mount Rushmore of Louisiana high school coaches. And Coach Shane Savoy does a great job. His whole staff does a great job. So what's been really the message from them after the Catholic game? Kind of flush that down the drain and just move ahead to week 3.
I just say that the biggest thing Coach Hightower has said is like focus on each play as an individual assignment and trust the process. Like don't look to week 6 or week 5 or don't look at the state championship. Focus on each game, but moreover, focus on each individual play. Because if you win every play, you're going to win the game. So you can't think about it as a whole season. Take it one play at a time, and then you know how to react to the system or how to win a game because you get overwhelmed if you look at the whole game. If you break down every single play, it's so much easier to win every single play.
Well, Brian, do you think about becoming a coach one day? Because I can kind of tell that you kind of have this coach in you. Have you ever thought about maybe like after your playing days are over to come back and maybe coach after your playing days?
I haven't really thought about it. Definitely, in the far future, my kids, I'm probably gonna coach them. But like, I haven't really thought about like coming back and coaching at STM or haven't given it really any thought.
Yeah, I mean, you still got a long time to figure all that out right now. Speaking of that, how's the recruiting process been for you right now? Let's kind of give me an update what's going on in the recruiting world for you.
It's going good. Definitely more. I've definitely gotten more interest since the Jericho game. Georgia State reached out. I'm going back to Baylor in a couple weeks. Georgetown, I'm going in a couple weeks. It's just I have a couple of schools in mind, but my recruiting is still open. Like I'm still open to possibilities. Um, I'm just excited for this season, senior season, and I feel like I can only do what I can do and see what the college coaches do from there. So I'm just gonna try the best season I ever can and see what happens from there.
Yeah, yeah. Let the cards play where they may, and we'll also give you another opportunity as well because I just told you before we started that Brian, you've been invited to play in our Gridiron Football All American Bowl games after the season. So hopefully it's after y'all hoist a state championship trophy in the Superdome.
Yes, sir.
But it's going to be at the end of the year on December 30th. We're going to have it in Baton Rouge, but for the second year in a row, we've had it at Southeastern. We've had it in Alabama. So we're excited to have it in Baton Rouge. We have players from all over the country. We'll have college coaches on the sideline watching the game too. So it's going to be a great opportunity for you, Brian. I just want to say that, hey, Brian, you have another opportunity to play at the end of the year. So congratulations on the offer. And I know you've been surprised by that. So what's kind of your initial reactions to that?
I'm just saying I'm excited. I never thought like at the beginning of the year, like I knew I was gonna make plays and stuff, but this is a great. I want to say I'm grateful and like all the glory I get is to God. Honestly, like He gave me the ability to go to STM, ability that I have athletically, my parents, my family, just everything around. Like I cannot tell you how many times my parents have voted for the gridiron thing, and it just made me really happy that like I truly have a village behind me in my family, and I feel like God has really blessed me with like the coaching staff, my teammates, just like everything that is going in my life, like everything to God, honestly.
Yeah, were they like 10,000 of those
Yes, sir.
13,000?
Yes, sir.
Because I saw it and it was man. Give a shout out to the St. Thomas More community because they went all out and it was like okay, it was a little start. I was kept keeping track of the voting. I was like, okay, it's a little slow at first, like and then about maybe 30, 40 minutes later, boom, here comes like 2,000, 3,000 votes from St. Thomas More. So you end up winning it with we narrowed it down to 10, but we let the
Yes, sir.
band vote and 13,000 votes for you to win player of the week. So just give your reaction to that, getting that many votes from the community.
I would just say like you don't realize how many people are like looking up at you, especially like middle schoolers and stuff. Like my cornerback coach, Dusty Collette, he has a little son, and like I did like a little celebration after a pass breakup in the jamboree, and like he did it in one of his games, and it's just you don't understand like how many people are like watching you, and how many people like you influence, and I feel like that's a big thing. Like STM loves making their leaders like an example for like not only like middle schoolers but like the underclassmen, and I feel like that's a huge thing. Like it's a culture at STM, and I feel like everybody has each other's back no matter like what your stance is, and especially like the voting standpoint. I've had teachers, like administration, like everybody said they voted for me, and that's just like a huge thing. It's like just like wow, like they actually care and like they're invested in like the STM programs.
Yeah, I mean, really huge shout out. I mean, appreciate. I mean, St. Thomas More. I mean, I know they're huge fans of us and they support us. So we really appreciate St. Thomas More. We definitely love to give y'all coverage any way we can. That is for certain. And by curiosity, what is this move? Is it going to be something that you're going to trademark the celebration move of yours, or tell me, just explain it to me what your PBU or interception celebration play. Celebration.
I got it from a Mizzou cornerback, and it's like you do a box and you like thumbs down in it, and
Okay.
I don't know, like it just like I was scrolling Instagram reels before the game, and I saw it, and I was like, it was like in the moment thing, and I just did it. I was very lucky I didn't get 15-yard penalty. Definitely not gonna happen again. It was just like a one-time thing in Jamboree, not gonna happen again.
Yeah, I'm sure. Did Coach Hightower give you any words after it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, "You're very lucky you didn't go those 15 yards." I was like, "Yes, I understand. Not gonna happen again."
And then lastly, before we pretty much wrap up, because I know both of us need to go to maths after this, but what is it like? Just what does it mean for you to play at St. Thomas More? I mean, we talk about one of the best programs out there in the state of Louisiana. You'll have them one of the most unique entrances to the football game. You know, come with the smoke and all that coming from underneath the stands. I thought that was always very unique how y'all do that. So just the atmosphere, y'all hardly lose at home. Just like the atmosphere of playing St. Thomas More, and just what does it mean to play for the Cougars?
It's a big, like there's so many people that come back from like, go to college and come back and, like, just that they have, and they don't play college sports. Just, like, from the work ethic that STM gives you and the culture and the family that STM gives you, like, every Friday, we go to mass before the game, and it's just, like, we always put, like, God first in everything we do, and we pray before and after every game, and it's just like a family, like, it's a huge family at STM. Um, Everybody has each other's back, and it's a culture, like, since my sophomore year, I had leaders lead me, and those leaders lead they it transfers to the next grade or the next generation. Like, the leaders from my senior year taught us how to lead, and now we're leading the underclassmen, and it's just, like, the culture of STM, and, like, one of the Coach Hightower's, like, good quotes is, "A good team is where the coaches lead, but a great team is where the players lead," and I feel like that's a huge thing that, like, the simple thing, like, one of the small things for us is, like, jogging off the field, like, after we break something down, like, we don't walk on the field between the white lines. And I just feel like this team is truly, a family in the way that they involve everyone and teach everyone how to get better no matter where you are on the depth chart or anything. They care about your well-being and how you really live, and if you need anything, they make sure it's 100% okay to call out to either a player or a coach, just anybody you need, especially since our principal, Marty Cannon, is a
Yeah,
football,
yeah.
STM football alumni, so that's, like, a big thing at STM, like, you can go talk to the principal about something at football because he played football at STM, and I
Mhm.
feel like it's just, like, you don't get that everywhere, like, STM's truly different in the way that they do things, and I feel like I'm very blessed and honored to be able to go through STM, and I'm grateful for it, and I thank, like, God for the position he's put me in, and, I just the people around me, I love them, and it's just every day is a adventure, an interesting adventure, but it works out.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Cam might call you in the principal's office, and you might not like, "Am I in trouble?" Like, no, I'm just want to. I saw this on film that you need to do this more, and
Yes, sir.
he might call you, give you some more insight from that perspective. But looking ahead, I mean, it doesn't get any easier for y'all guys.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all played Karen Crow, y'all played Catholic High, and then now y'all got Acadiana coming up, and I know those are two Lafayette powers going against each other. Then y'all have Neville that's looking really strong after that. So just what's been the message moving forward, knowing that y'all have some really tough games left on the schedule before district play.
I would just say, like Coach Hightower said, take it one play at a time. Like, we're gonna go in this week, film on Acadiana. It's hard to recreate it because the way that they move off the ball and, like, the formations and stuff. So the film's gonna be a big part this week. Um, and we'll see. Like, we'll take every play one play at a time. And the biggest thing I would say for the DBs is not to get dragged in by the play action because they scored on Zachary a couple of times with the play action, and then, like, the first play of the game, play action, and
Yeah.
touchdown. It's just like we got to stay awake and know that Acadiana is a very good team, and we need to prepare for them. And then we're not looking at Neville right now. Right now, it's just us versus Acadiana, and it's our second home game before a away game. So we're just taking this one step at a time, and we're gonna get through it.
Yeah, I know KDN knows about running about the football, but I know they can throw it this year with the Better brothers and Russell Babineau. So they got some weapons to throw the football to. And I know y'all gonna be awake back there in the secondary for sure with those weapons. Now, just from a last question, just from a recruiting standpoint, I know we're giving the players of the week a platform that way they can promote themselves. So, what's your message to college coaches why they should go and recruit you?
I might not be like the tallest or the biggest, but like I will play my heart out and I will do what I need to do to win. Um, I have 5 state championships because I like winning. It's not that I like winning, it's just I hate losing. And I would just say that if you give me a chance, I'm gonna take it and run with it. Um, I'm gonna play my heart out. It's just I love competing, and if you give me a spot, I will compete till I can't no more, and that's all I gotta say.
Absolutely, Brian. Congratulations for winning our
Thank
Gridiron
you.
Football Player of the Week. And obviously, you get the interview here, but we're also going to send you and mail you a, Letterman jacket patch that we made. So that way you can put that on your Letterman jacket and it'll say Gridiron Football Player of the Week. That way it'll show one of your achievements. You'll also be in the running for Gridiron Football Player of the Year as well, because all Player of the Weeks will be in the nominees for that. And then also congratulations on your bowl game invite too. Hopefully we get to see you down at the end of the year in Baton Rouge. And but before that, have a great rest of your season. Hopefully you accomplish all your goals this year, and then hopefully we get to see y'all in the Superdome at the end of the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jace.
Absolutely, Brian Broussard, our Gridiron Football Player of the Week, week number 1 here in the 2024 season.